she won't think I'm being serious by saying that, because it's the way I said it. So it's not what we say, it's how we say things. So the way we communicate has a direct relationship to how people respond. Alright? To how people respond. Personal management, your confidence. Alright? All of these play a part. You know, I go to MINDEF and train quite a bit at MINDEF. And when I go to MINDEF, they have this crazy situation where you're actually not supposed to park inside MINDEF. You know, they only have a very small parking lot, and you're not meant to park. And technically speaking, I'm not meant to park. Okay, there. But I always park inside. I will go up to the guard, you know, and the guard will look at me, and says, "Yes." I said, "I'm training the officers today." And he'll look at me and says, "Sir, you have to park." I said, "No, I'm training the officers today. Alright? I am the trainer, and I am training your bosses today. I'm sure you have a car number." Of course, I know they don't. And I didn't say that I have authority, but I said, "I'm sure you have my car number." The guy looks at his paper, etc., looks at my car, looks at me, and I says, "Sir, but we don't have a lot of spaces. In fact, I think they're all taken." I said, "I'll drive in, and if it's not available, I'll drive out. But I'm sure there will be a place for you." Takes the walkie-talkie, he goes to the, "Excuse me, sir, trainer, yeah, he's driving the Jaguar. I think you should let him in." The other, I can hear the conversation, right? Even though he thinks I can't. "Okay, let him in. Okay, black Jaguar coming in." What makes them do that? It's because of the confidence I exhibit. I'm not lying. Okay? I'm not lying. I'm not stating anything that's false. I simply exhibit confidence. And when I exhibit confidence, they respond. Now, if I came in and I drove the car and go, "Excuse me, can I park inside?" No. Right? That would be the answer. But if you come in and you exhibit that, alright, then people respond to that in entirely a different way. It comes back to the point Corina wanted to know about why I was successful in terms of selling encyclopedia, right? And we'll talk a little bit more about that again after. But you have to have that level of confidence. And that confidence has to be in terms of how you respond to people. How you respond to people. Okay? I switched jobs from an operational job to a sales and marketing job. So from a paper standpoint, my entire work experience was operations. Right? So on paper, I don't have sales background. Correct? On paper. I go up to this guy who is the vice president of sales and marketing for this group. And he looks at me and says, "Can you sell?" You know the statement I gave him? I said, "Glenn, I could even sell the underwear you're currently wearing. Maybe a bit difficult, but I can sell." The guy listened to me and goes, "Whew, this guy's cocky." You know? But what does it tell him? I'm confident. Okay? Now, of course, you have to temper that with, depending on who you're talking to, etc. Now, I knew the guy's personality and everything else, and I knew that would fly. So, end of the day, alright, confidence. Motivation towards working towards a goal. Taking pride in accomplishments. Interpersonal effectiveness. This afternoon, we're going to talk about emotional drivers. We're going to talk about how to press the right buttons and get the right responses. Alright, we're going to talk about the way in which you do that. And when we look at it, employees are looking for people with interpersonal effectiveness. They're looking for people that can function as a team, that can negotiate, that can manage conflict, alright, and that has leadership potential. Okay. So, end of the day, what we're looking at is today a workforce, your companies, alright, your bosses are looking for an entirely different type of person. We were having a discussion, I think, with Tat Ming earlier. We were talking about Michael Jackson, and then we talked about money, and we talked about a few things. And I was telling Tat Ming, my point is that it is not circumstance that determines a person's success. Alright? It's not about what opportunities you had, what education you had, because you can find examples of people that have never had the same opportunities.